Well, it's a glorious day in the city of York, and you know, I love finding out about some great stories, and I'm with Simon Middleton now. Simon, you've got a lovely story. You're about to run 7 marathons in 7 days. What's all this about?
I am, Steve. Yeah, thank you. So I've got a place in the London Marathon this year running for the Age UK charity. That takes place on Sunday the 28th of this month. And I need to raise at least £1,850 for those guys. Marathon running, as bizarre as it sounds, is something that I enjoy doing. So I know that it'd be really difficult to go and ask people to sponsor me for a good old day out in London when I'm going to be enjoying myself. So I thought, right, how can I turn this into a challenge? And that's the challenge that I've ended up with.
Good. So when do you start?
So day one is on Easter Monday, the 22nd of April, and the idea is that I do a marathon each day of that week, culminating in the big one itself in London.
And are you running on your own?
No, I'm not. So what I would really like is for people to come along and join me. So each of the weekday marathons are all set up as public events on Facebook. And there's a piece going out on the local TV station this evening, so I'm just taking any opportunity I can to raise the profile of it, and I'd love people to come along and join me, whether that's for 1k, for 10k, or for the whole lot.
Right, okay. And so how can they join you? What do they need to do?
Best way is probably through Facebook. So if they've got access to Facebook, if they go onto the events page within there and just search for 7 in 7 marathons, they'll find the details. So there's a map on there for each day, a route map on there with details of the time. Mm-hmm. So day one, for example, I think there's already about 80 people said they're interested in coming along, and that starts at 9:30 on Easter Monday on Haxby Road, just outside Joseph Rowntree School.
Okay. And 80 people, have you got to close the road off of this? Have you, or do we not go there?
Don't ask me questions like that. We'll accommodate ourselves on the pavements. I think 80 people saying they're interested is one thing. 80 people turning up is another. It'd be a nice problem to have, but there's no plans to close roads or anything like that.
And Sam, and I guess it'd be great if you'd be looking for those people to raise some sponsorship money as well, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like I say, £1,850 is the minimum target. I'm already through £400, and my expectation will be that ramps up during the week I'm doing the marathons. I put something out on LinkedIn last week, and I'm really grateful to some local contacts of mine, Melissa and Andrew from Connected York, who've agreed to be my sort of main sponsor, as it were. So they've really helped, and they're developing a new app for the city to help retail and tourism, and it's great to have their support on board. But all I'm looking for is basically minimum donation on Just Giving's £2, and you know, I just want people to donate a couple of quid, and that'd be fantastic.
Fantastic. And we were talking just before over a cup of tea. You've got one. You mentioned Harry Potter to me.
I have. So on day 2, just by chance, my partner and our daughter are down at Harry Potter World, just north of Watford that day. So I'm going to drive them down and do a marathon taking in Watford and Uxbridge, which means nothing to me right now, but that's what I'll be doing whilst they're on the Diagon Alley and all sorts of things there. So yeah.
Well, just give us that Facebook page again.
If they just search on the events page for 7 in 7 marathons, and they'll see the 5 different routes that are around York on there, and I'd love to see people along. If they're connected with me on LinkedIn, they'll see more on that, and that'd be great. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Great. Wish you well. You made me tired just thinking about it. Thank you.